You can also jump
That's
straight.
exactly how I do it too. It really helps the people understand what I like to do this with the arrows.
So you can use the trigger and the A button to mimic a tap as well. So you can kind of switch between tapping with the trigger, pressing the trigger or that comes it. Yeah, it works really, really well. It's like it's pretty.
Simon loves the desktop version.
It feels as good. We always kind of said, once again, we gave up on the Ouya version because it was just horrendous, and we're like, this doesn't work at all.
Yeah.
We revisited it, and we were like, we can make this work. I think it wasn't that far off when we came back to it, and I think we were persistent at this point. We've been playing with the mouse. You have to keep that in mind. So we're actually. I'm a HoPiKo expert.
Will you release on Ouya? Can you still release on Ouya now that they've been sold?
Yeah, so it's Razer, isn't it now? But yeah, it's. I mean, the infrastructure is all still in place with Ouya at the moment. They're still firing out the promotional emails every week or so. So we're both getting those. So I'm guessing they're still going.
Are you doing any sort of timed exclusive with this, or did Apple pressure you for that? Or I don't know how much you can talk about that, but.
Well, no, we've not really talked about it at all, really. Yeah. We've just been working.
Yeah, we are still sort of thoroughly independent in that sense, other than the odd sort of communication with these guys, and obviously the people that we feel that can help us in the right sort of moments, like the big blogs and whatever, and we just we hit them whenever we've got something good that we think they'll want to write about, but yeah, in terms of actual direct connections, relationships, we don't really want to go down that route. We'll avoid that as long as we can, really.
I don't know what you mean.
Well, I mean, we just want to make good games to the right platform at the right time. It doesn't really matter that much to us. We're not particularly. We're both massive Nintendoids, but that's not to say we would go, Wii U.
We just want to get it out.
Yeah. You guys are super busy right now doing your release. But and it sounds like you've got this solved as far as like dealing with the different inputs and stuff. But in the future, this month I'm going to release a utility that might be of use to you. It's a very simple utility. What it does is called Event Reflector, and its whole job is to reflect any kind of runtime or custom event from a device to the simulator, or from a simulator to a device, depending on how you need to go.
Okay.
So, like, for example, if you're like me and you've got one device you can plug a joystick into, but you'd really like to see it on your device for whatever reason, you could reflect it over to the device. Or if you're trying to do like tilting on your device and you want to see it on the simulator, then I know that there's utilities out there like that, but this is more like a universal one, so you can program exactly what you want sent and how often and things like that.
Cool.
Just so you know, a utility coming out that might help you do that kind of stuff. So, for example, the Ouya, I know this came out of the green throttle, which came out of my frustration with working with the Ouya, having to actually go in and reinstall every time.
Yeah.
So with the Ouya, you could put it on a monitor in your office, and then reflect from either a device that had a joystick or something like that, or reflect from the Ouya over to your simulator.
Yeah.
Reinstalling.
Rob, I know that you can use a controller today on OS X. Do you guys have plans to publish desktop for that first, or are you gonna wait until when Win32 has got controller support? What are your thoughts?
We've set the release date for HoPiKo on the 24th of September, and we were hoping Corona would be ready by then.
Hi, Corona.
Yeah.
How are you getting on with the Windows 32 implementation of the joypad support?
I was quite. I thought, foolishly thought, when they released the joypad support for Mac, I thought it was already ready for Windows. I don't have a Windows machine, so I just assumed, because I never used the Corona on Windows, I just thought it was already on there. So I don't know what we're gonna do.
Yeah, hands are tied there, really. Over to you.
So yeah, if it's not ready, we'll just release it on Mac, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, we've got no choice there. We're just gonna have to hold on until we got that.
Okay, cool.
Only like 90% of the market, but not Windows.
Yeah.
We're not good.
You got every other device under the sun included, except for maybe Ouya, which might lag. We don't know.
Well, I can't say that it's being Win32 support, controller support is being worked on. It's given priority, and hopefully we'll see something soon. I don't know exactly. We never like to talk about timelines, but
no dates promised.
It's active. Yeah, it's actively being worked on, and it gets talked about, every week, right? A status update happens every week, and generally when that happens, it's something that's coming, as soon as possible.
But you guys would be a great showcase for it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I've already, reached out to Rob and said, hey, which is probably another reason why he was like, what do you mean it's not ready yet? I reached out to him and said, hey, would you be interested in that? And they're like, yeah, we'd be interested in that. What do you
Yeah, so very interesting. Well, I'm really, really happy to shout about Corona. I love the framework, and whenever we're at events and stuff, people are always like, so what are you guys using, Unity? It's like, no. We're using Corona, so
not that we've got anything against Unity.
No, it's just everyone always assumes you're using Unity. It's like, no, it's Corona. It's a really cool framework. So I'm more than happy to.
The thing with the Unity thing is the fact that it's 3D, and there's probably a good 35 meg of that kind of initialized file or whatever. We have no intentions at the minute of making a 3D game. So.
Right. Yeah. Well, you've chosen the platform that works best for you. The right tool for the right job, sort of thing. So that's good. I heard this thing the other day that said that back in the day, back when in the beginning of the automobile industry, car companies would kind of cut each other down, right? They would say bad things about each other, and what they realized was that actually hurt the entire industry. Because it undermined consumer trust and caused all kind of problems, right? And I think the same thing is true in gaming. It's there's different solutions for different things and different preferences and different skill levels, and you choose a tool that works best for you. And I think that Corona, you can iterate quickly and you can get things out, and that's what everybody's interested in. So.
Yeah, I don't think anybody on this show hates Unity. I think we all actually probably think a lot of Unity, but it's not the right tool for this particular application of development.
Yeah. So hey, you guys are you're pushing out the mobile version today. Okay, so I guess you're hoping for two.
We're just submitting it. Yeah.
Submitting, yeah. 24th September we're released.
Is your target date? You're holding it to release on a specific day, or you're just gonna release as soon as it's ready?
Well, things take time with Apple, so we're submitting it now to Apple, which gives us time to beta test the release candidate, and then we're going to work on finalizing the Google version, which obviously Corona you build both at the same time, but there are some things which we'll need to do separately. Basically, we're doing one at a time and just in the right order, I think.
Yeah, we made the mistake. We learned from Puck, actually. We made the mistake of announcing a launch date and literally working up to 10 seconds before and desperately asking Apple and everybody else to approve us the very last minute, and it was just crazy, really. It just put unnecessary pressure on. We couldn't, you can't breathe.
So the pressure
market's a new game.
The way we're doing it this time is the pressure is on us right now, but if we're a day or two behind, it doesn't actually matter, because it's not getting released tomorrow or next week. It's getting released in a month. So it's better this way, I think.
Yeah, I think you need to try to plan that kind of room in. I think what we found has worked for us is announcing a launch date, moving it once, and working towards about a month beforehand of that date,